Hey everyone! Dang, my last full moon release was January. Like, it's been a couple months, February, March. Sorry for the wait. Yeah, life has been moving, and while I have returned from a long absence, I want to keep this on point, on par with the full moon release right now for May, the first full moon in May. And I have had such an eventful life. Definitely have picked up more hobbies, more professional obligations, more me time, just really figuring out stuff that I like to do. And my full moon release for May is taking people off the damn pedestal. I don't know what is with me, but I guess like the perfectionist in me always feels like if I see someone else who is more knowledgeable or skilled or whatever, I like equate their expertise, and somehow I like devalue my own voice or sense of knowledge, and I'm just gonna let that go. I'm gonna release it. I'm letting it go. And that has a direct correlation with a few amazing artists that I've interacted with as of recently. This morning, I was in a online community doing intro to embroidery with Badass Cross Stitch, also known as Shannon Downey. I always want to say Dowry, but that is not her name. Her name is Shannon. She's amazing, very talented. I found her work years ago, and one years, I mean like several years ago, and yeah, I got a chance to be in her class, and it was pay what you can, and it was just great. Went over some things that I did know and some things that I didn't know. Learned some new skills. I did some embroidery on a skirt. Oh, crap. Let me grab that skirt real quick. Grab it, BRB. Didn't think to grab it before I started recording. Okay, and I am back. So today I thrifted this very plain denim skirt with an elastic, but during my embroidery class, I actually like jumped into my idea and just embroidered something on it. So I did an Adinkra symbol for freedom and emancipation on the hem, near the hem of the skirt, and I did it in this brown color, and I really I'm just so proud of myself because I have been thinking about doing this since I thrifted the damn skirt. And which leads me to the second thing that I'm releasing. I am releasing sitting on all of my ideas. Every idea is important, every idea is valuable. And that's something that I say to myself and I say to my students, but I don't actually practice it. I don't actually follow it. And I'm going to release and I'm going to let that go. I'm going to pursue my ideas with the same unapologetic energy as I would, something else. I'm just gonna cut it out. And also I am not wearing my glasses, as you notice. And I can't really see. I could see enough, but I just didn't want to have to deal with that awful like reflecting in the light. Like it kind of bothers me. So we rocking out like this. Yeah, so I'm very pleased. Another project that I have been sitting on and waiting too long was putting patches on denim jacket. So I bought this denim jacket, patching it up. Patching. So excited to be finally attaching patches to this jacket that I got like a year ago. Like I got this a year ago and I've been sitting on doing this for a year. So I am just very excited to dive in to things that have just been sitting on my heart and sitting on my spirit and I've been wanting to do and just not making the time to do. And speaking of that, I'm also releasing this idea of like, I guess being stingy with my money in a sense to where I am not financially contributing to the creators and the artists that inspire me. I'm also trying to like monetize or just receive those kind of rewards for my own work. So like I said, I signed up for Shannon's class. I'm doing burlesque classes with Pochop. Shout out to Pochop. Love doing these classes with them. I am subscribing to people's Patreon. Like, do I have a Patreon? Yes. Is it doing anything? No. I failed at it a few years ago. I think my mindset was in the wrong place about these immediate gains and returns. But yeah, I am going to financially put my funds into the pockets of people who are doing what I want to do as I build my momentum up and my ability to create as they create. And then I feel like that's going to be some nice monetary karma for me also. So I'm looking forward to that. I've been putting my money in places that support my goals. What else am I releasing? We said pedestals. We said acting on small projects. Oh, I am just releasing with a grain of salt. I'm trying to release this perfectionism. I'm trying to release this idea of noticing myself being looked at. Like, I'm really trying to release it. The accountability buddy system has been working pretty well, hence the recording of this video, even though it's late recording it. I had a great conversation with Aramis Hamer, Seattle-based artist. We went to college together, and that was such an affirming conversation because I've been following her art career as it's been growing and expanding, and I put her on a pedestal too. Just getting back to this pedestal thing, I put her on a pedestal. We chopped it up. We talked. You know, it's just like remembering that people are just people, you know, just out here. Oh, something else I'm releasing. I am not just giving out my hugs willy-nilly. I'm protecting my body a bit more, my energy from the physical body that is exchanged when we shake hands or hug. Like, I'm doing better at it. I'm not saying I'm 100, but it's starting at the workplace. There was an incident with a student a couple weeks ago, and it just made me really question and evaluate how much am I letting, like, how much am I protecting my energy? How much am I guarding it? So I've been using this sign for the last 2 weeks that says, I love you, but I do not want hugs today. And some of my students receive it really maturely, and some of them are like, oh, well, what about my needs? What about how your hug helps me? And I'll be like, fist bump? Like, that's all I could do for you? And it's been really incredible for me to notice when I do hug people, or I do allow people to embrace me in that way, like, I feel it a lot stronger. It's not a passive gesture where nothing is felt. So yeah, like, I do like putting kind of a pause or a preserve on my hugging, and, you know, letting people shake my hand and all of that. So that's been a great thing for me. And I'm so I'm school's almost over, right? School's almost over, so work life is about to shift and change. I'm gonna try releasing, like, overworking myself, because every summer I pick up some type of teaching job. Like, I think it comes from school always being a safe place for me as a child. And then I'd be like, okay, extra money, blah, blah. But I still get paid because I'm a full-time teacher. So I'm going to release working this summer as additional income that is not related to my business. So the only work that I will be doing this summer is related to LaShawn Fouché Art LLC. Everything else gonna have to step to the side, okay? And I'm really excited about that because I've been taking classes at the Hyde Park Art Center, doing portrait painting. That's been popping. I love the feeling of being a student again in the art room, a student with a wealth of experience and knowledge and, frankly, confidence. Like, I don't know about y'all, but, you know, I'm 31 right now, and this is the most sure of myself that I've ever felt, the most confident version of me that I have ever felt, and it's been a great thing. So I'm just going to release working at other people's jobs so that I can focus on my business and keep honing my skills and making time to make art, making time to do the things that I love, so that I can feel more fulfilled. And also, in full transparency, if you have been following me on social media, I was married and had a wife and kids for about 5 years, and Not to say I'm still not a part of that family, but I separated from my spouse. I moved out, and I have been in my apartment solo dolo kicking it since last January. And it's been a huge shift, a huge sense of, oh my gosh, what do I do with my money? What do I do with myself, my time, the guilt, so much shame. I'm like a out person at my workplace for like my students and my coworkers, and so I was just concerned about everybody else instead of myself. And I am just releasing that. I am releasing this sense of embarrassment and shame for my life because I made the best choice for me. I'm maintaining my peace, maintaining my happiness. I am shining so vibrantly. And that's not to say that I regret anything that I went through. I needed to go through every moment in order to be where I'm at right now, where you see me right now. Like, oh my goodness, I really lost myself. I really did, seeking the approval of my partner, and that's just not okay. And so I'm very much so, oh man, that was very abrupt. I'm so sorry. You are not boring me. But yeah, that was such a huge transition in my life, and it really fed the purpose and the why for my business. It fed the why for me making LaShawn Fouché Art LLC and all of the entities that will come of it, including Style as Liberation, which is like fiber arts, upcycle work, mending, sewing, really opening ourselves up to dressing in a way that is design oriented, design in mind, and just completely self-expressive. Having a community of supporters that are encouraging you to wear the weird thing that you saw in the store or that you made and you just want to put it on, like within the realm of not harming other people. Like, do you wear what makes you feel like your most powerful self? And I'm super excited about that, building that community with you all. And these art divination courses. And what's so interesting in this moment, I'm thinking about like this one Beyonce audio that goes like, make your moves, don't be telling everybody your plans. And that's so true. And there are some things in the works that I'm considering doing and considering applying for, but I'm just gonna keep it under wraps till I actually do it and I apply for it and I get it, because I don't want to spoil it, and I don't want to release things that just still need to incubate a bit more. But just know that there is a some kind of fellowship residence kind of thing that I'm looking to apply for that is relevant to my industry, my business. I consider myself to be a light worker, a light bearer, a light bringer, and I look forward to bringing so much more light into my channel, into my outlets, just being very open-minded and loving about the process of learning how to create content and learning how to put myself out there and show my whys. And with tech, oh my gosh, this whole tech curve is like such a big thing for me, but I'm figuring it out. And I am so grateful to have connected with the people that I have connected with over the last couple months and weeks and days. Everyone's presence is integral to me, like processing this thing in my mind, like as a creator. Like it's so cool. Yeah, so I'm about done for my full moon release. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to the next one. We have 4 major moon phases that I'm going to post for, so this is my own call to action. I'm going to make sure that I post stuff, and you comment, you share, you subscribe. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Peace.